across a wreck, and I actually had already been accepted to Texas A&M vet school, and I came across this wreck. There was a bunch of hurt people, and the firemen showed up, and then just kind of figured out that that was more for me than the other route.
It's kind of corny, but it really is, because you feel like you have to do something else for the community. You know, it's just something that at some point I just felt like it was necessary. An uncle that was a fireman, and some of his real good friends that I was real close to growing up kind of pointed me in that direction.
I wanted to help people. So in high school, I was watching the news. My dad had friends that were part of the Houston Fire Department. So I would see them go into work on the news, drop by a few fire stations, and really enjoyed listening to what they told me about the career.
Let's check out the Quint. So Quint 10 is a Pierce Dash vehicle. It is an unbelievable piece of firefighting equipment. This is where the captain is going to sit. He's got a computer. Basically, when we get the dispatch, we get that sheet of paper. It also come up on this computer screen here. So we'll have the address on that computer, along with a piece of paper too that we get from the printout. Firefighter's gear. He's got his helmet, his coat, and his pants are under here. Right there. We've got basically this is called a pig type of forcible entry. I'll show it to you. It's kind of cool. Okay, right here it says the pig. So that's who made it. So when I say the pig, it's actually really the pig. Here are the hoses that we do the firefighting attack with. These are 160 foot apiece. This is a piston intake. So when we have a fire, we hook to a hydrant, the water will flow into this, and then we pump it out of these, okay? This is for when it is a big fire. Initially, these are our fire attack hoses. They're pre-connected for a fast attack, okay? So we have cross lane number 1, cross lane number 2. Here, we're going to have EMS equipment, a chainsaw, and then we have basically, a drill, a sawzall, different types of cordless equipment here to be able to take things apart. We have a folding ladder here, okay, a little A-frame ladder. These are struts. If the car is on its side, these would actually maybe form a triangle and support the car so it is stable. So then once it's stable, we can pull them out of the vehicle. These are the jaws of life. So this cuts metal right here, and then we have a spreader back here. So right there, these are the spreaders. They basically just go in and spread that metal apart. Back here we have hose. So this would hook to the fire hydrant and then hook to the side of the truck like I showed you on that piston intake, okay? Here we have ground ladders. We got a big broom here, but we got pike poles. Pike poles go in and basically pull ceiling to try to find hidden fires, okay? That's our job, is to try to find that fire and of course extinguish it. And then here is just more hose. These are flappers for a grass fire. This blows all your hot gases and smoke out of a structure. It makes it more tolerable for a person that's in need. Until we can get to them, it makes it more so we can be able to work in that environment. It's going to lower the temperature. It's going to increase visibility so we can get to that person that's in need. And then we have a generator for lighting, because when it's a structure fire, we're going to disconnect the power, and we're going to have a generator that we can put a light at the front door, or we can actually do extension cords to carry lighting into the structure. Here we have tarps. We like to salvage things TVs, pianos. We'll put we'll gather them, put them in the middle of a room and cover them with the tarp. Here we have a tool board. You have a sledgehammer. This is a sheetrock saw. You have a multi-tool here, basically an axe, pry bar. Lots of storage here. Different types of equipment here, bolt cutters, cable cutters, pry bars. This is called a council tool. It's another sheetrock saw. And then we have our axes and multi-purpose tools. This is the driver's compartment. Today I'm driving as a temporary driver. So this is our toolbox, water canteen, fire extinguishers. This is my air pack today. And then here is the basically the pump panel. So when we look at these colors here, this is yellow. So I just go to yellow. This is cross lane number 1, and I can just pull it down and water will be charged into this hose here. So we got the Texas flag on the front of the truck here in the grill. Really cool. And then this hose here is going to be our car fire hose. Basically dumpster, car fire, something like that. Battalion 2 makes all fire calls, all major calls, entrapments, and we can look at some of the stuff that's on the rig here. Got a bank of radios, we've got extra SCBAs, and then we have our RIT bag, which is our rapid entry team that basically saves the firefighters. And then the battalion chief's gear is on his truck too. He's got bunker gear too. So this is kind of like a command module. So you have the radios back here, and they can command a fire.
Thing would be, for me anyways, is just some of the craziness. I mean, you hear about wrecks or hurt people or deceased people, but you don't really think about maybe their condition they're in when that happens. And that was kind of eye-opening.
There's always something different that you're seeing that it's like, wow, you know, just when I thought I'd seen it all, you know, something else happens, and you realize that there's a lot of things you haven't seen.
At a young age, I thought we'd fight more fire, and I was just surprised at a young age how many ambulance calls that how many medical emergencies that really the fire service takes care of. So this is basically our medicine. And then we just have some little holders here that has, these are CPAP masks, a vest for safety, and a pillow. Where we basically, every call that we go on, we're gonna take this cardiac monitor, and we're gonna take this jump bag, okay? These two pieces of equipment go on every single call. So this is what they call a C-collar bag, and the C-collar goes around your neck. So when you have trauma from a fall or a car accident where you think that you may have a neck injury, this is the collars that go around your neck. This here is where the backboards are. So when somebody falls and they have to have that C-collar on, we're gonna put a backboard on them. Here's where they're gonna keep their firefighting gear. So you got Lewis Smith on this, and you have Snow. These are Medic 10. These tags go on their helmets. And then their accountability tags, like Lewis Smith here, would go on the board here. This is all electrical, okay? This is all electrical stuff. And then your big O2 bottle. These are some splinting, cleaning fluids. And then this is what they call a stair chair. It's just a seat with handles and also has some tracks to go take people downstairs, okay? And it's on a rail. It'll support about 700 pounds. So I'm going to extend the legs down. So I'm gonna hit this positive button here. And then these arms swing down. Now it's free. I push this little button here and I can release it. So you can just imagine somebody's in their house, right? They're in their bed, they're sick. Well, we just lower it down to the level of the bed or their chair. And then we have this right here. This, you can put that down, or we can put this at the level of their bed, and this can help scoot them across. Okay. We have, of course, the seat belts, and then we can raise the head up, all that kind of stuff. We have our oxygen tank, we have new sheets, and then we have basically, this is a device. It's like a sheet with handles to move somebody.